Hey all, some good faces in there today. I'm glad to see that. Wow, we got a busy stream today. I got a lot of things to address. Some new features that we've got in playtest, a couple of new primes, a new prime in playtest as well, and got a somewhat of a special announcement. Callum's here in the chat. He knows what's going on with it, but it's not going to be an official announcement until he makes it so. But I'm just going to let everybody know that next Saturday I will not be streaming. One, due to work, and two, because there is this special thing coming. And you'll see it all when we get into the announcements. But boy, oh boy, we got some great faces, great turnout today. We've got the Cheeto. Mr. Cheese, how are you, sir? Good brother and good moderator on my Discord channel. We've got Maddie. Welcome. We've got We Are the Ones. Thank you, sir, for coming in. We've got Twilight, who's probably still mowing his lawn right now. Any luck with that? We've got Patrick Bateman, aka Megatron. He's on here. We've got, let's see, a lot of love coming in the chat today, so that's appreciated. Thank you, guys. We've got Soundwave Fireclaw. one of my alliance mates, also a moderator on the Discord. Let's see, we've got Spen 0787. He's an alliance mate, and he's becoming a regular now, which is great. We've got the infamous Callum here with us from Yodo, and he's peering and lurking, and he's right. Very odd occasion that he's actually able to make one of these live streams without an agenda. Then we've got Modulator here. He came in. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming in today. We've got let's see, man. We got chat is active today. That's great. We got Radio Wave 74 who just joined. Welcome to the stream. Got it at the beginning, so doing all right so far. Okay. And so, moving on to some announcements and later shout outs as they come up. All right. So, we got a new HQ19 building revealed this week, the Stasis Mines. Looking at these, they kind of remind me of the old pop top bottle caps. Of course, they're huge, you know, but which also kind of ran Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville line of I stepped on a pop top, had to cruise on back home. That's what the Stasis Mines are going to cause these bots to do. Step on a pop top and cruise on back home. We've got a new Prime over in playtest. We've got Alchemist. We'll go over him briefly today. We also got Total Prime Power, which is what this stream is primarily about. We've got some information on the anniversary event. There's going to be an exclusive anniversary avatar. We're getting both a guaranteed non-dupe 5-star combat as well as a bot. It's going to be a global totalizer, so it's going to be a community event, which is going to be awesome. And as to why I'm not going to be streaming next Saturday, work aside, we're doing a special stream on Thursday. Details are still going to be kept tight to the chest, but I will be streaming on Thursday just before the event. So we're going to have a special stream in regards to the anniversary, which is going to be a wonderful little event. I did up a beautiful 10-year anniversary banner. I really love it. This is what the thumbnail is going to be for that event come Thursday. So we're going to be interrupting my regularly scheduled schedule, and we're going to be doing a Thursday anniversary stream. So keep the time has yet to be determined. We'll probably have a lot more confirmation and details on Monday. And there will be a special announcement made Wednesday, I believe, for this stream. The anniversary is next weekend, Modulator, but we'll be doing the anniversary stream on Thursday. So we're gonna do that, and like I said, there's a lot of special details involved. I'm not willing to yet disclose those because I want them to be officially announced first. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up because you guys, yeah, interrupting the schedule to interrupt the schedule. Yep. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up first that there's not going to be a stream next Saturday. So just wanted to let you know at least why. So yeah, and thank you. Yeah, I did this one up. I did this thumbnail up yesterday-ish. Yeah, yesterday. And put it together, forwarded over a copy of it to Callum in case he wanted to use it. So yeah, I really like it. I personally think it's epic, but that's my own work, you know. So everybody's got the heads up about no stream next Saturday, but it will be coming on Thursday. And then, of course, this new segment that we started last week, the HQ19 reveal or summary. I'm really kind of digging this. So, of course, we've got our headquarters here, and then we've got our alloy harvesters. Those those still look. These designs have been a real step up, in my opinion. And then we've got our alloy storages. I love this. I still don't know how it's going to work on the resolution changes in the game, but these are still looking great. Then we've got our energon harvesters when they want to show up. There we go. So yeah, they're looking great. I really like them. And then we've got our new scanners that came up, which I love. I like the digital feel of those scanners. A couple of weeks ago, we got the auto cannons. And then we got what I call the Futurama walls. I still see the Futurama headquarters in these. I can't help it. And I know these are just wall segments, and I know I've said that like 3 times in a row now on the stream. And then we've got our brand new stasis mines. So yeah, we're doing really good on the HQ19 buildings reveal. I'm really liking the designs overall. I don't really have anything negative to say about it, except for these stasis mines. They look like those jagged little 1970s, 1980s pop tops that we used to get on our soda cans and crack them open, or the beer bottles. And those things were wicked, man. If you stepped on those, you knew it. I mean, they rival Legos in terms of the pain that you felt. But all right, so yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff coming up in the game, and now we're on to the total prime power. Okay, so this is a huge dynamics change for primes. A couple of weeks ago, they launched version 29 of the game, which a lot of people saw as a nerf to the primes, and justifiably so, but at the same time, those people didn't realize that this was coming into effect. And a lot of us did know this, and so we tried to, help address that. But yeah, so this is the total prime power map. There are a grand total of 84 steps. Every time that you get to a milestone, I believe, which is every 7, you unlock an ability. And I'll show this to you guys in game live, So I'll get those showing to you. And Flare Blitz. Yeah, these are kind of like prime buffs, very similar to the Titan Lab. And like I said, I'll show it up a little bit. But yeah, there's 84 steps for these, and every 7 or so you unlock an ability to all of your primes. Now, unlike the Titan Tech Tree, the total prime power works with all of your primes. It accumulates to all of your primes. So it's not just Megatronus, it's not just Solus, it's not just Prima, it's not just Alchemist, it's across the entire board. So that's a major improvement in that regard. So yeah, like I said, you'll be able to unlock some abilities like every 7 milestones. That's where it gets locked in. And Twilight has done a lot more research. I'll admit I've been busy this week, but Twilight's done a lot more research on the prime total prime power than I have. I have been going through it, and I've been reserving most of my testing of it for the stream today. So I'm gonna have to work with. So watch the chat. Twilight will probably correct me and or augment anything I say in terms of the total prime power as we go through it. So this is interesting. Um, Modulator, yeah, there's a lot of tips. I actually have two videos, tips for returning players and tips for new players on my channel. Check those out after the stream. You'll want to definitely see that. Um, let's see. We've got the veteran player. Do I think top bots right now should be nerfed? No, because let's face it, meta changes and meta is different for everybody. So what you consider your top bots, I may consider my mid-level bots, and that's just dependent upon playstyle. So, and a lot of people already know I don't play to the meta. I tend to counter the meta. So um, my top bots aren't going to be your same top bots. So, hey, Roy Gamer just got on. He came in. You're not that late. um, but yeah, so hey, Bobby just showed up. There's Bobby. Bobby from Yoda, everybody's favorite support man, because we love him so much. You're not that late, Bobby. You're only a couple of minutes late. We just got past the announcements, so you're not that late at all. So yeah, let's dive into the actual total prime power, and we'll get this shown up for everybody so that they can see it. And honestly, before we do that, I'm gonna show you guys that we got Alchemist Prime in playtest. I've got mine up to rank level 9, but he's got no levels. I haven't been playing. Like I said, I've been busy this week. I really haven't been paying attention too much. But overall, this is going to be the update to the Prime Lab. You're going to have your stats on the left. And can I rank him up? No, I can't rank him up. I didn't think so. Okay, your Prime in the middle, and of course, up here in the upper right-hand corner, your new Total Prime Power. This is what's going to take you to the Total Prime Power Lab, or map, rather. And but before we delve into that, Alchemist's artifact are his lenses, our lenses. So we'll dive into that probably in the stream after the anniversary when we get some more work done on Alchemist Prime. So, all right, and then here's the total Prime power. Mine is at 9870 because I already used one. So you can see here in the screen, anything that's unlockable is surrounded in gold and has that beautiful little animation around it. Anything else that hasn't been unlocked yet or isn't unlockable shows up in white or this beautiful silver. Like I said, there are 84 steps to these primes. So there's going to be, and like I was showing in the illustration, we've got these abilities. These are the total prime abilities that unlock at milestones. And I'll show you guys through this as I go along. That I don't know yet. I think it's just a Roy Gamer. I just think that it's a placeholder image at the moment. But yeah, like you'll see, it's a beam resistance, which is one of the abilities / milestones that you're able to work into. Now this left bar here that you see with all the stats, these are cumulative. These are across the board. So it's 7.4% for Megatronus, for Solus, for Prima. So, and they do stack as you go down the map. We'll do that now, so we can show you. The cost for each one of these steps increases. slightly. Like the first one was 150 prime points. Now, as you can see, the second one that's now available is 160 prime points. So we'll unlock that. And there we go. We got a new prime. We got a new prime perk unlocked where I have a summon cost reduction. So there we go. Now I've reduced their summoning costs. But then we can go ahead and we'll do an increase to their normal damage. So they get some perks there. And it's done up by a percentage, which, like I said, does stack. And then we're gonna hit here, and we got a new. We just keep going up, and now they have special ability damage. So what a lot of people saw with the Primes 2.0 rework as nerfs was making room for this total prime power map. Okay, so and that's a great question, Flair. I'll get to that in just a minute. Okay, I'll get to how our prime points accumulated. And they are actually all right. Well, while we're here, let's talk about that. Prime points are accumulated by ranking up and leveling up your primes. So as you as you invest into them for ranks and levels, you'll accumulate points based upon those levels and based upon their ranks. And then you can come here and give attributes to them. So investing into one prime now has become slightly deprecated in the sense that, yes, you can still invest in a single prime, but you're really hurting yourself in the long run by not investing in other primes, because their accumulations and their investments are going to help contribute to the total prime power. Hit the question button. All right. Where is the question button? Oh, right there. So there we go. And thank you for that, Twilight. Appreciate that. And Trax is in. And of course, Trax starts with a what the fuck. So this is the total prime power, Trax. And glad to see you, by the way. Hey, Trisket came in. Hey, Trisket. Glad to see you. But yeah, this is how it all gets accumulated. So you acquire any prime, you get 400 total prime points. Then you level up any prime, that's a plus 10. So it breaks down the whole chart right here for you. And Twilight, thank you for remembering for me to hit that, because I would have missed that. So yeah, investing within your primes helps you accumulate the total prime points. And I'll put that screen back up shortly, but I want to show how we get all these unlocked. So we keep moving, we keep going, boom. Now we're at a milestone, beam resistance. Now this is the abilities that I had shown earlier. Now we're locked in, and now we have beam resistance a bit from everything in place. So there it is. Now all the primes have beam resistance. And like I said, that's a milestone. These larger icons that you see in the map, these are the milestones. These are the ones that unlock the abilities. That's what unlocks these. So you do really want to invest in your primes in that regard. All right, and Callum is offering support. You're supposed to be off, Callum, but I do appreciate the additional information. So yeah, you can come here. You can rank up your primes. I'm only gonna probably go up to the second ability right now, so that everybody can see something, see how it's working. and so that I can show a boost in the prime's stats. All right, there we go. There's the second ability. So now we also have the disable immunity. This'll be interesting, and yeah, we are the ones. I don't know if it's going to take like a year to max out or not. That really, I think, comes back to how much you're going to invest in your prime. Any of them, not just one, but any of them. I don't see how I don't see it becoming too much of a long term uh, propagation like the Titans were. I definitely think that this was going to be slightly quicker and based upon your progression. So the more that you progress with these, the more um, the more points that you're going to accumulate. That had to be from Bobby or from Callum. So they're all saying hi, chat. So that's from the dev team side. They're saying hi. So let me show you what we mean by the investing and ranking up in the primes, and we're going to throw Alchemist on here since he's the lowest one, and we should see some prime. I'm not even going to throw in a combiner because I don't want to take away from the accumulation in this side. And yes, several abilities are active at once. It's cumulative. And it works across the board. So yeah, it's going to be really really cool that way. Now I know that a lot of players are and continually are complaining that, oh man, it takes like 38 points to activate a prime or get their ability going. As I've showcased in previous walkthroughs and videos, I wasn't having that. I had like a 5-ish second delay. Yeah, like a small delay before as the prime became available, and there were no additional points needed. So I don't know how people are getting that out there. I don't get how people are thinking that it's twice the points. It's been I have like a 5-ish second delay, and that even happens on my live account, not just on my playtest here. But now you'll see that since my prime got some XP here, and he's getting leveled up. Boom, boom, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, up to 13. If we come back to the prime lab, I got artifact lens shards. Nice. But so I can level up that artifact a little bit. But as you'll notice, now of course my prime is up a little bit, and I've got more prime points available. So you'll see that here. See, my prime points went up since I got them up some certain levels and took care of it that way. And yeah, let's increase that. Let's level up that. I don't know why it's a sword, but it is pretty. I would like to actually have this sword in real life. It looks really cool. And let's see, can I get another level? Oh yeah, I can. All right, I can get a couple of levels here. So we're gonna crank up some alchemist stuff now. And this is honestly one of the benefits of being a playtester, because you can come through and request what you need, or the team will award you what you need. And all right, that'll work. But now that I've leveled up the prime, see, now I've got even more prime points available. So I've leveled up the prime, I've leveled up the artifact. So you got to see it all happen live, in real time. And now I've got more prime points that I can invest in. So I'm going to increase in some more health. I'm going to invest in some more summon reductions. Definitely going to increase some damage, and this was a nice boost. This one was 7.5%, and I'm just gonna keep showing them off to you guys. We may or may not max out my tree with the points. We'll see where we go. And as you'll notice, up in the bar, up in the left-hand corner, it tells you what the cost of the perk is. So, which is really nice in that regard too. And now we're at our third ability, which is cryo resistance. See, now I've got 3 of them unlocked. And this applies to all the primes. So this is really nice like that. Tracks. I don't know why a sword. Probably because he's a melee style prime. But yeah, I mean, a telescope wouldn't be bad where you can like zoom in and pre-scout. That would be interesting. So yeah, and Twilight's making a really good point here. That after calculating, you'd try to max invest everything into the primes to complete the total prime power tree. And it's going to take some time, but it's going to take investment on your part into your primes. So this is where things might come across that you're going to find out that you actually like a prime, one specific prime more than the others. So you invest in that prime, you crank up your points, but it affects all the primes. So then you come back and you start researching, you start looking at it, and you're like, well, I didn't like Prima before this. So let me see what we can do to boost him. So you go through, you rank him up, you accumulate some more points, you get some more abilities going, and everybody's getting happier, but be able to just have it done that way. And Trisket asks, can you go out of the set order, or do you have to go in order? You have to go in the order. You can't just unlock the abilities. Watch, I'll show you. I'll show you. Where I got some open ones over here. Where did I lock them? Okay, yeah, right here. So I can't go from this cryo ability to this cryo ability. They have to be done in order. I can't just up and arbitrarily activate one. You have to follow through the roadmap for the prime perks and the total prime power. So yeah, it's kind of a set order in that regard. Well, tracks, as it so happens, one of the abilities that they can do is disable protection or disable immunity and hack immunity. So this is something that you might want to consider investing in, tracks, because these are available now. Yes, Flare Blitz. Yes, leveling up their artifact does contribute to the total prime power points. And here we go. This is the breakdown of what points you get for doing what with your prime. And that didn't come out the right way. It really didn't. But that's the best I can offer. So yeah, if you acquire any prime, you get 400 prime points. Ranking up an artifact, you get another 400. You get 40 per level. So it works out all that way. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting, fun way. And Callum, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the team said on the playtest side of things that you are not going to have to worry about accumulating new points. Anything that you've already invested in any of your primes will count to your total prime power upon launch. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that, Callum. If it is, then we're pretty good that way. Well, that tracks. No, that's not really a bait and switch. This is a mechanics change. This is a game mechanics change. I see where you're trying to go with this, and I know it's not ideal because we did have it initially with Primes 1.0. I do get that, but at the same time, this gives us something to do, something to invest into the primes to make them relevant, not just, oh, here's another bot we have to level. And you don't really have to pay anything for it. It's just an accumulation of points by doing what you would normally do. So you're actually being rewarded for investing in your primes. And yeah, Callum confirmed it should be retroactive. For anything that you've invested in your primes already, you should have a total prime power to go. Let's see. Flair Blitz is asking or saying he was concerned about that. If we had to invest more upon this update being launched, he'd be screaming. Yeah, I can understand that. And no. I believe the majority of us in playtest expressed pretty much that same sentiment of there's not really a reason to do that. And like Callum confirmed, it is going to be retroactive. So anything that you've already invested in your prime levels, ranks, artifact levels, that'll help accumulate to your power. Chucks, I do get your point of having another bot to build, and add to your squads. Hopefully that will come down the pike some point. I really do. The 8 bots in a prime, it's not bad. But yeah, I would like to have another. I do tend to agree with you in that regard. I would like to have a 9th or a 10th bot on my squad. But I'm not going to push that too hard. I mean, yeah, definitely a 9th bot would help. Because especially with the new HQ coming, it's going to be a power dynamic change just like HQ18 was. So there's going to be a lot down the road there that we're going to have to look into and look at and account for. And I'm going to continue doing some investments here while you guys chit chat in the chat, and then we'll do another prime run. I want to at least try to get my total prime points down. Uh-oh, am I locked? No, I'm not locked. Okay. I was just going down the list, and I'll put the abilities there. And there's another milestone, which gives me the prime retribution ability. So, and I'm going to go at least one more milestone before I launch it, and then we'll see what happens, because I would like to consume some of these points so that you guys can see that these points are indeed increasing when I do some investments in primes. So I mean you probably did from the start, but I just want to make sure that you guys do see this. Okay, there's 2 more milestones out of the way, and now. Yeah, we'll bring Alchemist back in since he's still one of my lowest. And I got more Alchemist Prime Spark, so I can level him up. All right. Well, we'll level him up here in a minute. We're going to do another battle then. And I'm just going to cool down this team again. And we're going to see a lot of things. We're going to see a lot of the dynamics and the mechanics in play here now. Since it's a little higher, we've got 4 out of 9 abilities unlocked already. So this is going to be a fun little battle. And let's crank them up there. And yep, that prime is filling up fast. Nice. And there he is. He's now available. But I want to move him up to, right in here. We'll move Alchemist. We'll deploy Alchemist up there. But see, I don't see how people are saying, that it's double the points. I don't. I have like a slight delay after the points are accrued for the first ability. And Alchemist went bye-bye. He went down fast. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I see what people are talking about, And there went that HQ. That went pretty quick. And we'll get some more levels into this prime going here. Okay, 3 levels on that battle. A little low, but but I got some more resources to invest in Alchemist, so we'll get that. We'll get him invested. There we go, and we'll skip. And now you'll see my total prime power has increased. So you guys are seeing that this is live. This is real time. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary that would be done for this. And so yeah, we have 5 out of 9 abilities unlocked. Oh, there's more abilities than initially. All right, nice. But yeah, so I mean, we're really it's really simple. There's no cooldown costs on this. There's no real immediate detriment to this. The only thing it's going to do is probably frustrate some players because, like Flare Blitz asked, you can't skip down the map. You gotta follow the map accordingly. But at the same time, it's gonna be good, and they're gonna be. This is gonna help out. And like I said, these stats on the left over here, the summon cost reduction, that's a 15% reduction now that I've got in place. So I can definitely accept that 15% reduction and deploy my prime quicker. And now that I've got that in place, and I'll try it again. But as you guys can see, this is cumulative across all the primes. I know I've been showing off Alchemist for it, but here's Solus. We can. I can't. She's just about maxed. But there are wonderful things that you can do with these primes now. You can invest in one, and it increases all. And you can see here that she's got a health boost now because of these prime perks. And yeah, Cheeto's right. He's been advocating all week for a claim all button, and I can see how this would be tedious. It is a little tedious going into the prime, total prime power and doing these one by one. I'm not gonna deny that. It's a little annoying, but this is why we show everybody these things. But yeah, maybe Cheeto's right. Maybe a claim all button would help. At least it'll get you up to where you're supposed to be up on the map. And now I've exhausted my prime points. I only have 20 out of 330. So, Calum does make a kind of a good point here as well. I mean, the tediousness of doing one by one will get to some players, really agitate some players. I can understand that point of view. But I can also understand Callum's point of view here. Is once you unlock it, once you lock it in, it's done. There's nothing else you need to do with it. The only thing that I can see coming down the line is after the initial 84 spots, the map gets expanded for new perks, which kind of is a good model. It makes it adaptable so that we can add new perks, new abilities down the line. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new abilities. I've got 6 abilities locked in place. Now I've got electric resistance, and I've got hack immunity. So that'll make Trax happy with the hack immunity in place. But I kind of do get everybody's points of views on this. But honestly, the claim all and Traxia, I did say 84. Yeah, there are 84 steps currently in the tree, in the map. Yeah, there are 84 of them. It also lets you know down at the bottom. And I've got about half of them unlocked right now. Or a little over half. I've got 48 out of 84 unlocked. So. But let's see now that I have truly depleted my points. Let's see what happens as this prime gets leveled up. And again, no combiners. That's just habit. And I've got a 15% reduction in taking it. Trisket, yes and no. It won't take all the primes to finish the track, but there is going to come to a point to where you're going to level out, for lack of a better term, if you just focus on one prime and one prime only. There is going to come a point where you level out. So, yeah, I guess in a way it is going. You are going to have to invest in other primes to move along the track. Now with a 15% reduction in summoning costs, we're going to see just how good how quick that'll happen here. It's actually happening pretty quick now. I'm over halfway, and I haven't even gone through the front of this base yet. So yeah, this is that reduction is going to be incredible. And now the prime is ready, and boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't have anybody available to help him out. So he's going to die he's going to die before his ability kicks in. Yep. Just as his ability kicked in. So yeah, it's about 5-ish seconds. I don't know why people are saying that they've got I don't see it. I'm not seeing that. Yeah, and Twilight's already crunched the numbers on this for the most part, because he's saying it's 3K per prime at max investment. Now keep in mind that we only have 3 primes right now, so your max investment is 9,000 total prime power. But as you get more primes in place and get them leveled up, and as you can see, Alchemist is still in his holographic proto form. That's what I'm going to call that. I'm going to call that a proto form. We haven't gotten the true model out for him yet. But now you'll see here in the Prime Lab, when I come in here, I'll have more points. See, I had 20, now I've got 4. I got an additional 40 for just leveling them up. But I don't have enough yet to unlock that 7th ability. And that's okay. But, so that's the introduction of the total prime power. I'm going to throw up the costs per investment on here so that you know what action you do and how many points you get. And no doubt down the line I'll probably be doing a data sheet on that, just so that, because I know I forgot right off the get-go today, but I don't think a lot of people are gonna click on that question mark right off the get-go, but we'll see. And Dread showed up. Hey Dread, how you doing, my good sir? Good to see you, my friend. And I don't even know how to pronounce those random letters, but hello Transformers. I'm gonna call them Transformers. So yeah, we've got a lot to look at when it comes to the total prime power. So this is going to be an interesting map of play for players to look at. And I have to admit that 15 that's 16.5% reduction in summoning the prime. That's going to help a lot of people out. At first they're going to regret this tree very much like Trax is, but they're going to see the value of it in the long run, I hope. And there's Callum. There he is. Yeah, he just freed Steel Dread. Okay, nice. Come on, Trax. You know we're not gonna get. You know we're not gonna get a 5-star, a 5-star cup. You know that's not gonna happen. But so yeah, I mean that was a pretty good overall run through of the total prime power. I hope at least. You know, you guys are generally very kind when I come up with stuff like that. But I hope that helps you guys out a lot. You know, seeing it in use. You know, seeing it in play, seeing it get redeemed. You know, that'll be interesting to see. Um, and yeah, just a reminder, guys. I'm not going to be streaming next week. Well, I will be streaming next week. I won't be streaming next weekend. Let's get some clarification out of the way for that right now, because I'm going to I've got a special arrangement going on with Callum, and we're going to have a special stream for the 10th anniversary of Earth Wars. That'll be on Thursday. We'll be getting all the details out next week. I think Friday is going to be the. Yeah, Callum. Yeah, let me hit him. Hit him up to me for level 65. We'll see what he does then. Definitely, please. But yeah. Let's see what he does at level 65. That would be interesting to see. Definitely. Because then we'll be able to we'll see what he cranks out at that point. I'll give you a couple of minutes to take care of that. So yeah, I've also been talking with Cheeto offline as well. We we had a brief discussion last week because, as you guys have probably noticed, you know, my base layout on playtest has changed. So has Cheetos, and we're testing out some new strategies, some new deployment aspects, some new base designs in general to help make it overall a little bit more sustainable. So we've been testing these things out. Okay. Calum says it is done. Let's go see. Let's go see. Mine's still at level 29, Calum. Might need a restart. Okay, I can do that. Let me do that while I bring up some other stuff here. So yeah, I'll restart and I'll get this fixed, and we'll see. We will definitely see here. We'll get this going here. All right. So yeah. Next week we're doing the anniversary stream. So hopefully that'll be fun and interesting, and we won't have too many issues. Also, guys, don't forget, like the ad says below, support your content creators. You know, we've got Soul, we've got myself, we've got a number of unofficial ones like Twilight, like Croto. So yeah, that we've got a lot of good. Oh, there it is. All right, yep, we're back. I just gotta link it back up to the stream. But yeah, we're good. It looks like my alchemist got a major boost here. So yeah, all right. And let's take a look. See. Here we go. Oh yeah. Okay. We'll enter him in here. Yeah, here he is at level 65, And yeah, I got more points. Nice. Thanks, Caleb, for that, by the way. So, and as you can see, when you get more points, when you unlock something in the path, it'll turn gold. And when it's not locked, or when it's locked, it'll be white. This white silver. So watch. I'll hit this, boom, and is that a Callum? Is that a bug? That now my or am I just out of points? Oh, I'm out of points. Okay, no, never mind, not a bug. Um, but yeah, you guys will see that the points do escalate down the roadmap. I definitely want that noted out there. That points do each one does increase. There are some points increases in that. So they're not all the same. They're not all the same point level. If that was the case, most people would probably have the total prime power maxed out in like a day. But no bugs yet today, except for anything that I've done, and I just deployed the wrong way. But we'll see how this goes. See, look at that deployment reduction really makes a huge difference. It really does. It's quick, and he's just about right now. He's ready. So now we'll deploy him. Let's get him up here at 65. We got him up here. We'll give him a little bit of a buffer, and yeah, he's holding out a lot better at 65 now, Callum. Thank you. And yeah, it's like a 5 second delay. I did not have to accrue any additional points yet for that first initial use of the ability. So I don't know where people are getting this or are spewing this. I don't think people are actually paying attention. Oh, hey, look, see, I got more points to do a second ability. And no, that was not Alchemist Prime targeting the HQ. I targeted the defense in front of it. That was my barricade taking down the HQ at that point. But yeah, so that was good, and we'll see some XP come into this guy because he got some bonus XP from all the perks that he's gotten. I don't think that any of the prime perks are purchasable yet, Trax. They may add that down the line, but I don't see that happening yet. And all right, Callum, just to let you know that five-star announcement is still happening with the primes. Just to let you know. I wanted you to see that right there. So. But yeah, and Callum's right. We're still working out the kinks and ironing things out in the total prime power right now. We'll get that leveled out as soon as possible. And Trax is saying, well, we all know that the test server is not like the live server. So where the difference in points on the battlefield might be. That could be, but even on the live server, I have not seen that. I have not experienced that, Trax. I've had the five and a half second delay when the prime becomes deployable, and then I can use the ability the first time. I haven't seen where you need secondary points for the first ability, but that's just how I'm seeing it. I mean, that's just weird that some people are seeing it that way. And yeah, while we're on this topic, Trax, and over the last few years, I want to say it was back during 5-Star Titan era when we started that. playtest in the live server pretty much became fairly in sync. There are differences on both, of course, but overall, playtest is a fairly good analog for live now, and vice versa. But um, it will be, but it won't be. Oh, we are the ones, because as you go down the total prime track, um, sometimes I'm a little dense, yeah, but I have seen things that a lot of other players don't get to see, two tracks. So I don't try to harp on that. And Callum, thanks for showing up today. Had a great time entertaining you, so that was great. Um, and yeah, I mean we're pretty much close to the end of the stream anyway, but and I don't really want to get into an argument match, but with we are, I'm going to circle back to what we are the ones had asked. Yes, initially until you get those cost reductions, yes, the deployment costs are going to be about the same. They're going to remain about the same until you get those those summon deduction costs. When you get those into place, you'll see that the primes will become quicker to deploy and more manageable and somewhat more valuable on the battlefield. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this happen on live and see what the feedback is. And tracks. I will double check on my live account and see what's going on with that, because like I said, my live and my playtest are fairly analogous to one another. They don't really have that much of a difference except for the playtest specific stuff. But I'll yeah, tracks. A time has not yet been concluded. It'll probably, uh, this is an assumption, it'll probably be around the same time as the normal team stream went. So like 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But there will be an official announcement um, with a special edition newsletter, Discord server announcements for that. So that'll be out there. It will definitely be known, and I will of course be pasting it everywhere on my servers and that information as soon as we get it. It should be confirmed on Monday. Yeah, so about lunchtime on Thursday, tracks. But my streams don't usually overrun by that long, so we should be good. And speaking of which, guys, thank you all for joining. Had a great stream today. And keep in mind, next week, the 10-year anniversary event. It's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a fun one, I suspect. 5-star combat, 5-star bot, community totalizer. It's going to be great. Thank you all for attending today. Thank you guys for being patient with my run through the total prime power. And as always, my friends,